Hey, this is Miss Stratus. In this video, we're going to look at the stock market project. So, those of you who had me in the sixth grade may actually remember this project. We are going to revisit it for two reasons. A, I want to reinforce and build upon the spreadsheet knowledge that you have. And also because you're older, I think it's a good opportunity for us to look more in depth into stocks and how they work. So, first, you're going to create your own spreadsheet. Make sure to write the word stock market in cell A1, company in cell A3, B3 is ticker, equity, shares, price, value. And then I merge and centered the date that we're doing this. So the way I merge and centered, just in case you don't remember, let me unmerge, is type the date in cell E2, CE2, and then I'm going to select E2 to F2, and this is the merge button. So I just go ahead and merge it. And what it does is it puts both of these cells and merges it into one. Now, the reason why it's in the center is my alignment was already centered. So you may end up having it look like this. So you'll need to use your alignment button to get into the center. So once you've got that, now you want to start thinking about companies that you want to invest in. So I usually tell kids to start brainstorming, type a list of companies that you want to invest in. Think about different industries. Like you want to think about department stores and you want to think of technology, cell phone companies, travel, food, clothing, restaurants. There's lots of different pharmaceuticals, biotech tech companies. I lost my word, but the reality is there's lots of different industries, and what you usually want to do for a good portfolio. So what we are is we're building a stock market portfolio. Is you want to diversify, which means that you want a little bit of everything. And the reason why you do that is, let's say for example, I came up with a list of only technology companies. Anything related to like technology. So we're talking about Amazon and we're talking about Google and anything related to tech. I'm drawing a blank right now, guys, but you understand what I mean. So each company does have its own performance, but generally speaking, sometimes if one technology stock is low, there might be some kind of information that's causing all of your technology stocks to be low. But the reverse is also true. If one is doing well, there could be some kind of information that's causing all of them to do well. But in order to have a balanced portfolio, you want to spread your risk among different industries. So it's good to have some medical companies and some, companies related to food and some related to retail and some related to travel or cars or whatever it is, so that, there is ups and downs, but as a whole, they all balance out. So you also want to find out whether or not the company that you are going to invest in, whether it's publicly traded, meaning listed on this in the stock market. So to do that, I usually like to look for the ticker. And just a reminder of what the ticker is. So the ticker is an abbreviation that represents the company. It's usually 3 to 4 letters long. So these are common tickers that you would see scrolling that shows whether a stock is doing well or not doing well. It doesn't have the name of the company. It just has their ticker symbol or like the abbreviation. And as you start investing in stocks, you start memorizing or knowing what these tickers are. So, for example, I know that Target happens to be TGT. I think Verizon is VZ. I haven't done this in a while. And we'll see with Disney. And I was going to say Disney is DSN, but I could be wrong. So we'll see. So the reason why I like doing that is that you can. Okay, so I had to cheat to find out. And when I went and looked up Disney's ticker, it actually came up as a DIS. So I was wrong about that. But this does help me, though, to tell you whether a company is publicly traded. I usually just write down the name of the company, I write the word ticker, and it brings a lot of information up that we will look at in a second video. But so let's say, for example, I'm interested in Taco Bell. I usually would write Taco Bell ticker. You could also write Taco Bell stock market, but I like doing the ticker because it literally, it shows me the ticker on it, which is just the abbreviation. The reason why I picked Taco Bell is because Taco Bell is actually part of a whole bunch of different companies. So they're actually owned by Yum Brands, right there, Yum Brands. And Yum Brands owns more than just Taco Bell. So if you're investing in Taco Bell, you're investing in Pizza Hut and a bunch of KFC. They're all the same owner. So you would write Yum. So your first step is to come up with a list, okay? You want to come up with a solid list of about 10 companies, which does not mean you end at row 10. You have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It means you end at row 13. You want to make sure that they're publicly traded. And probably if I were you, if I find the ticker, I would just go ahead and put the ticker in. So let's say I do decide to go with Taco Bell. I would just put the ticker in. Usually the ticker is all capital letters. So that's part one. So have fun looking at stocks. You will maybe discover some things. Like, for example, I'm just going to kind of like say some things already. I told you about Taco Bell. Like Google, for example, I would like to point out that Google actually, their official name is Alphabet Inc. And the interesting thing about Google is Google actually has two stocks. They have the ticker of Goog and the ticker of Goog with an L at the end. So, and the reason for that was several years ago, the stock split into a Class A class, and also a Class C version, which you don't really need to know that. All that means is that they have two different market exchange, one under Google and the other one under Goog. People who own the one with the L Class A have voting rights, so they can, if they wanted to, they can vote in the stockholder meetings. So this was more considered a little bit more of a premium stock. People who have the one without the L, it's a little bit cheaper. It's not as a premium, mostly because they do not have the right to vote. And while I'm on the subject, Google actually has another class of stock, which is Class B, which you and I are not entitled to. These are just the big executives in the company. They're the ones that own that. So, anyways, so just keep in mind that as you're looking for your company, you may not find it directly. You might have to do a little bit of research. They may be owned by somebody else. So have fun digging into companies and coming up with a list and fill out your company. And I would do your ticker while you're at it. Bye.